Good morning everyone. So today we are going to discuss about Rutherford scattering formula. So as of now we have discussed about Rutherford scattering experiment. So now I am going to derive the formula for scattering. Okay, Rutherford scattering formula. So see here, whenever the alpha particle strike the scatterer. So here it is a scatterer of thickness T. So whenever the alpha particles strike the scatterer, so most of the alpha particles are moving like this. So with a different angles. For example, if the alpha particle is moving in this way, so the angle with a 180 degrees phase shift line, the angle with the 180 degrees phase shift line is theta, and the angle with first line to the second line is d theta, means the change in angle, isn't it? So one alpha particle deflection is completely different from another alpha particle deflection. So different particles are deflected in different directions. That is, some of the alpha particles may get wider angles, some of the alpha particles may get lower angles. Okay, the deflection of the alpha particles, in some cases it is wider, in some cases it is lower. So see here, it is a scatterer of thickness T. So in this case I am assuming some terms. See here, small n means number of atoms per unit volume. So here if you take the scatterer, the number of atoms per unit volume, okay, ఒక థిక్నెస్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈ స్కాటరర్ యొక్క థిక్నెస్ కనుక మనం అజ్యూమ్ చేసుకున్నట్లయితే ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఆటమ్స్ పర్ యూనిట్ వాల్యూమ్, ఒక యూనిట్ వాల్యూమ్లో ఎన్నైతే నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఆటమ్స్ ఉన్నాయో దట్ ఈస్ కన్సిడర్డ్ యాజ్ స్మాల్ ఎన్. ద స్మాల్ ఎన్ కెన్ బి named as a number of atoms per unit volume on a scatterer. And if you take Q means what? The number of alpha particles that strike the unit area of the scatter. అంటే ఒక యూనిట్ ఏరియాలో ఎన్ని ఆల్ఫా పార్టికల్స్ స్ట్రైక్ చేస్తున్నాయి, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ Q. The number of alpha particles that strikes the unit area of the scatter is called Q. And next, area occupied by that unit area. అంటే ఆ ఒక్క అలాంటి ఏరియాలో, and there are so many number of unit areas occupied by the scatterer, isn't it? There are so many number of alpha particles strikes the scatterer. Here I am assuming that only Q means what? The number of alpha particles strikes the scatterer in a unit area. అంటే ఒక యూనిట్ ఏరియాలో ఎన్ని ఆల్ఫా పార్టికల్స్ ఉన్నాయి అనేది మాత్రమే Q. So here I would like to calculate the entire area occupied by all such circles in a unit area. Okay, so that is what pi p square n into T. N means what? Number of atoms per unit volume. Number of atoms per unit volume is small n, and T is the thickness of the scatterer, and P is the probability of number of alpha particles. Okay, P is the probability of number of alpha particles coming from the alpha particle source, that is P. Okay, so next here I would like to consider how the total probability of alpha particles coming with a distance of P. P means here in this direction the alpha particles are coming. Okay, not only in this direction, this completely alpha particle beam, there is a beam of alpha particles come and strikes the scatterer. So here this is what the probability of number of alpha particles coming with a distance of P of the nucleus is pi p square n t q. Means what? Here I would like to calculate the total probability. The total probability means which is multiplied by the unit area. The number of alpha particles strikes per unit area is Q. If you have to multiply the area with the value of Q, that is pi p square n t q, isn't it? Next, the number of alpha particles having the distance P between P and P plus dP is given by, here just differentiate this equation. Differentiation of pi p square n t q is equals to, here pi is constant term, n is constant, t is constant, q is constant. So what is left here? Probability left here. So p square differentiation is 2p, and differentiation of p is dp. Okay, so here, so this is what the number of particles scattered between the angles pi and pi plus d pi. The value is 2 pi p t n q into dp. That is what the same value here, 2 pi p t n q into dp. So now already we are having that according to Rutherford's alpha particle scattering, the value of tan pi by 2, the value of tan pi by 2 value is z e square by 2 pi epsilon m v naught square p. So this is what according to Rutherford alpha particle scattering experiment. We have done this derivation in the previous video, that is tan pi by 2 is equals to z e square by 2 pi epsilon naught m v naught square p. Now what you have to get is, take the p value. P value is equals to z e square by 2 pi epsilon naught m v naught square. Tan pi by 2, if you take right hand side, it is 1 by tan. 1 by tan value is what? Cot pi by 2. Okay, now I would like to differentiate this equation because I want the value of dp. So I want to differentiate this equation. dp is equals to, see here, all the values are constant except pi value. So see here, z e square by 2 pi epsilon naught m v naught square. It is a constant term. And next, cot theta. What is the differentiation of cot theta? Cot theta differentiation is minus cosecant square theta. That is minus cosecant square. Theta means here pi by 2. And if you differentiate pi by 2, it is 1 by 2. And differentiation of pi, it is d pi. Okay. Now, the number of, this is what? The value of dp. Okay, now substitute the value of dp in this equation. That is number of alpha particles scattered between the angles pi and pi plus d pi value is, substitute it, 2 pi p t n q as it is. Just substitute dp. dp value is what? Z e square by 2 pi epsilon m v naught square, okay, into minus cosecant square pi by 2 into 1 by 2 into d phi. And already we are having the value of p. Substitute the value of p also here. Okay. Okay. See here, after substituting the value of p, the equation is like this. See, all the constant I am writing one side. That is 2 pi t n q. So these are all the constant terms I am writing. Keep it aside. Okay. And next, substitute the value of p. This is what? Complete value of p. So this is what? My p value. And after that I am writing the same value here. Okay. Yes. So now keep it aside. Now all the particles will strike the screen within a circle, within a circular annulus. Means here all the particles are striking the screen within this part, within this the circular annulus only, means circular ring only. Otherwise, other than that circular ring, no alpha particle will flow. No alpha particle will be moved another side. So that is why here I am writing the area, surface area. That is, okay, that area is given by dA. So dA value is 2 pi r sin pi r d pi. I am directly writing dA value is. So here r into r square, 2 pi r square sin pi d phi. So already you know that. What is the value of sin theta? Sin theta means 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Just substitute the value here. 2 pi r square into 2 sin pi by 2 cos pi by 2 into d phi. Okay, simplify this equation. 2 into 2, 4 pi r square sin pi by 2 cos pi by 2 d pi. This is what? dA. And next, the number of alpha particles striking unit area. Okay, so here what is this? All the alpha particles are scattered in this area only. This area is called circular annulus. Circular annulus. Okay, and the circular annulus area is what? dA. So that value is what? 2 pi r sin pi r d pi. So that is what I am writing here. Okay, so finally I am writing the number of alpha particles striking per unit area. Okay, so finally the number of alpha particles striking unit area is given by. So this is what our numerator. See, okay, this is what the alpha particles scattered between the angles pi and pi plus d pi is this bigger value. Okay, and divided by the area. So this will give you the number of alpha particles striking unit area. That is numerator by denominator. Now you just simplify this equation. Pi gets cancelled. 2 2s are 4. Next, here it is cot. No, cot means cos by sin, and cosec means 1 by sin. Okay, after substituting all these values, you will get the equation like this: q n t. So here z into z, z square, q n t, z into z, z square, e square e to the power of 4 divided by. So divided by all the values in the denominator, because here cos pi by 2, cot means cos by sin pi by 2, right? here directly I am writing. So cos pi by 2, cos pi by 2 cancel. So all the values are in the denominator right now. So see here, sine, one sine and another sine square means cosec square means 1 by sine square. Sine square into sine, sine cube into sine, sine to the power of 4 pi by 2. Okay. So here I am writing sine to the power of 4 pi by 2. And next here I am writing 2 pi into 2 pi. What is it? 4 pi square. 4 pi square into 2. 8 pi square. 8 pi square into here again 2. 1, 2, 3. 3 2s are 6 2s are 12. Yeah, see here it is 2 to the power of 4. 1, 2 2s are 4. 4 2s are 8. 8 2s are 16. Here it is 16. And next there is pi into pi, pi square. Okay, epsilon into epsilon, epsilon square, m into m, m square, v naught square, v naught to the power of 4. Okay, next finally what is there here? R square into sine to the power of 4 pi by 2. This is what the number of alpha particles striking the unit area. This is what finally Rutherford scattering formula. Okay, so no need to worry about this equation, how to remember this equation, how bigger this is. Okay, don't worry, simply you have to write everything one by one, then you will get. So you have to remember tan pi by 2 first. Okay, tan pi by 2. From tan pi by 2 you will get the value of p, and after differentiating the value of p you will get dp. Just substitute the value of p and dp in this equation, you will get this bigger equation. Okay, this is what about the Rutherford scattering formula. Thank you.